Hello, my name is Kathleen, and I donated a kidney to a stranger about 8 months ago. My husband actually alerted me to the need of a young girl who was a student at his high school where he taught. She wasn't one of his students. He had been there less than a year. He didn't know her, but the story of her need for a kidney was coming on the news, and he told me to watch with him. And that's how I learned about her and her family. She was 19 years old at the time of the surgery, and I really identified with her mother. I have 3 kids, and listening to her mother talk, her daughter has a disability and kidney disease, was on dialysis, and just listening to her mother talk about having a sick child just made me want to offer to help. I didn't think much about kidney disease, I guess, until I heard this particular story. I'd seen signs around town of people asking for kidneys, saying they needed a kidney, but I always wondered if it was really legitimate, if it was true. And when I would see them, I kind of wondered if that's a way I could help someone because I thought I was quite healthy. But until I had a legitimate story, knew that there was a person really out there in need that I could look into helping, it was not something I had ever pursued. When I learned what kidney failure would mean for my recipient and her family, when I learned from their news story more about what they were going through, I just felt like someone should help. And if I was deemed to be that person, then I should help. I just feel like we should help each other out, do what we can to help our fellow humans. And seeing a mother in pain at what her sick child was going through. And then I also have a friend I reconnected with when my surgery was scheduled, an old college friend who actually still currently needs a kidney. And she explained to me a lot of what people go through that are on dialysis, what her life has been like, and how this young girl, if she has the mental capacity of about a 3-year-old, and what it would be like for her family and her having to deal with dialysis. It just strengthened my thought that if I could help, I should help. And yeah, we all should help where we can. When I learned about kidney disease and its treatment options, I was surprised, I guess, that there's so many people waiting for kidneys. I've heard that in Japan that people are automatically signed up as donors when they die, and here it's optional. It's something we have to sign up for, and I'm not sure why that is. And then healthy people, when I started to go through the testing process and learned from the nephrologist how well I could live with one kidney, I guess I was surprised that this isn't more of a thing, that more of us aren't doing this. I ultimately decided to donate a kidney because it just felt like the right thing to do. My transplant team was amazing, and they reassured me and answered all of my questions, talked me through every step of it. I listened to the data, the science, and understood that there's no reason that I shouldn't leave a completely full, healthy life like I had been already for the last 44 years, that I should be able to have 44 more and just be temporarily inconvenienced during a pretty short recovery period. So it just seemed like I'm healthy, I can share it. It just seemed like the right thing to do. My husband and kids were very supportive of my decision. My older kids initially worried about my health, but they listened to the same data and science that I did and felt comfortable once they heard all that. It got a bit harder and scary for me when my parents and brother came out so against it. I didn't tell them until I had a surgery date set because I didn't really want to tell anybody unless it was something I was actually going to do. And they completely flipped out and got really angry with me. And that really scared me and made it hard. What helped me get through that was just to present all the data and information to them that I had learned through the whole process, the conversations with my family, meaning my husband and kids that we'd been having through the whole process. And I meditate regularly. That helped me. And trusting in the facts and doing what I felt was the right thing to do. As I was being rolled into the operating room, I was terrified. That was the scariest moment for me, being wheeled away from my husband. But it was quick. It was scary for both of us, but it was quick. And next minute I was out. And the next thing I remember is waking up with wonderful healthcare professionals taking care of me and telling me how well everything went. So it was okay. The best moment immediately after my surgery was hearing how good I looked and how well I was doing so quickly after coming out of anesthesia. As I said previously, I meditate regularly, and so to keep me calm and prepared for the procedure, I had used visualization meditation daily, and I would visualize the whole operating team being on their A game. It may sound cheesy, hippie, but this is what I did. An incredible light filling the operating room, guiding all of the team, that same light in me, them finding a healthy kidney, taking it to give another person health, leaving me in good health. I would visualize the whole procedure. And when I came out of it and kept hearing from the healthcare providers how good I looked, how quickly I didn't need oxygen, how my skin color was so good, it really reiterated to me that what I had done worked. In my mind, it worked. My recovery was quite smooth. The worst part for me in the hospital was I tend to get nauseous with medications, and I had a lot of trouble keeping anything down for the first 24 hours. And then once I could keep food down, everything went quite smooth. I took pain meds for probably about 5 days. And then I think I was off everything, including Tylenol, within the first week. And I was sore for that week and then felt tired, enjoyed an opportunity to take naps, and probably just still felt really tired for another 3 to 4 weeks. And then I was pretty much back to my normal self, I'd say within a month. I went back to the limited yoga classes I had exactly 4 weeks later. And the pandemic started to ease a little bit, and I got a lot more classes added to my schedule probably 2.5 months after the surgery, and have had no problems. What I learned about myself is that I can do hard things, and I can stand up to my family and people that get irrationally fearful and negative, and I can stick with what I know to be right and true. I learned that it's not just a feeling that I'm really healthy. I learned it's actually a true thing that I am really healthy and have enough to spare, which is incredibly fortunate. And what I learned about others is that for the most part, people are amazing. Our community of friends that help helped us through the surgery, providing meals for my family for the first couple of weeks that I was home, were just amazing. And all the love and support we received was just incredible. People are wonderful. I've since met my recipient. Her family is beautiful. It's something I would definitely do again. After donating a kidney, my life is surprisingly really no different. It was a huge process and build up, and then everything was just normal. I guess maybe I'm more aware of my health now and more cognizant of taking care of myself. I hope that if little things come up, I will get them checked out more quickly instead of ignoring things, just to make sure I do stay healthy for my family. I probably get thirstier more easily than I used to, and I might be a little bit more on the cold side, although I was that way beforehand, so I'm not sure if it's any different. I have heard that that's something people can feel, so maybe, but otherwise, pretty normal. My health is the same, my life, everything's great. I feel just as fortunate as I did before. The main thing I didn't expect was the level of intensity of the anger from my brother. I had expected my parents to be upset, mainly because they were worried about my own health, but I didn't expect him to be so angry, deeply angry, to the point that he stopped speaking to me for several months. The only thing I regret about that is that I did let it get to me in the couple weeks leading up to surgery, and made me very fearful and worried. And I wish I hadn't given into that and trusted the science and the data like I was telling myself to. I guess if I had to do it differently, I would probably just tell them after the surgery was over. Looking back, the best part about donating a kidney was, as I have previously mentioned, the community that we saw, the amazing people in my life, in my family's life, the love and support that was shown to my family. We were just in this beautiful bubble of love for those initial weeks, and that was really special. The best advice I could give someone who is thinking about becoming a living donor is to trust the process. These healthcare teams are amazing, and they're not going to put us through this procedure if they believe any harm could come to us. So just go through the tests, go through the process, and if the result is that you're a match for somebody, do it. One thing I would just add is that my husband, while he was supportive of my choice, told people that it's something he would never consider unless it was a very close family member. But after watching me go through the process and being by my side, he now would like to donate. And my older sons, who understand what I went through, they want to donate when they are old enough. And I love that they shared in this with me and have this outlook now.